9 SBOA final approaching the start. They're off and trotting, and plenty of speed coming from the outside of the gate. Teller's Choice gets the first call, now brushing up from the far outside. Exquisite Taste going to cross over. Sprite Sealster's into that early mix, floating up to be third. Fourth along the inside is Nightingale as they sweep into the first turn. Now moving up to grab sixth position in the early going, that is Green Glider, up in front of Monalishi. Then it's back to Little Sweet, who's racing third from last. Not Passable is traveling in eighth position, ninth and trailing early, Roxy Hart. Exquisite Taste, 42-1 shows the way. Maybe not for long though. Sprite Sealster with an aggressive second quarter move is brushing up on the outside and looking to assume command before the halfway point. Now back to third, Teller's Choice, followed by Nightingale. Fifth and Anxious Looking. There goes on the outside, Green Glider. Green Glider got the cue. Monalishi will have the helmet to follow. Third over into the flow comes Little Sweet, then it's Not Passable with one beaten, and that's Roxy Hart. Sprite Sealster got the half in 56-3, and she'll lead them over to three quarters, followed closely by Exquisite Taste. Advancing methodically first over, Green Glider towing Monalishi up into a perfect spot, and she looks ready to roll. The tempo picking up on the front end as they trot by three quarters. Sprite Sealster still the boss. Lead just over a length. Green Glider chipping away. Exquisite Taste third, out off cover. Here comes Monalishi. They're fanning out three wide in the late stages. Green Glider coming after Sprite Sealster. Sprite Sealster, Green Glider, Monalishi on the outside. A little bit too much to do, perhaps. It's going to be Green Glider. Green Glider guts it out. It's tight for second. Monalishi against Sprite Sealster, and Roxy Hart rallied up into it as well. The winner, Green Glider, 154. Over a length, Green Glider chipping away. Exquisite Taste third, out off cover. Here comes Monalishi. They're fanning out three wide in the late stages. Green Glider coming after Sprite Sealster. Sprite Sealster, Green Glider, Monalishi on the outside. A little bit too much to do, perhaps. It's going to be Green Glider. Green Glider guts it out. It's tight for second. Monalishi against Sprite Sealster, and Roxy Hart rallied up into it as well. The winner, Green Glider, 154. In the place photo, finishing second, number 3, Monalishi. Third, number 8, Sprite Sealster. Fourth, going to 6, Roxy Hart. And here's the winner returning of the fourth race, SBOA final. For 3-year-old filly trotters, it's Green Glider. A bay daughter of Green Monalishi from the Glide Master Mare Magical Glider, owned by Andrea Lee Racing Stables Incorporated. Of Quebec, Scott McEnany, the winning conditioner. And it's Bob McClure picking up the driving assignment tonight. Green Glider, after winning her elimination a week ago, scores a hard-fought win tonight. First over to stop the clock in 154. Career best clocking for Green Glider. SBO Black.
There, guys, there you go. All right, look in here. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, the SBOA final goes to Green Glider as she parlays that elimination victory to the score here in the trophy. We've got winning trainer Scott McEnany here with us, and Bob McClure, who picked up the drive. Trevor out of town, decides to go check out some T-Breds. You pick up the drive. Nice situation for you. Your impressions here on this filly?
Well, obviously, first impressions, you can't get any better than that. She's a very nice filly. Trevor told me before he left, you know, just how much he liked her and how nice she was, and, you know, her lines kind of speak for themselves.
Talk about the trip. I mean, it looked like initially, obviously, you were looking to follow James, but then you were kind of forced to have to go around him.
Well, I think she's had times where she's gotten a little warm, but so I didn't have her real on her toes, and she was getting away in a horrible spot, and I just said, well, we got to get in a better spot than this, you know, going for this money. So I pushed her ahead and tried to find a better trip, and I wasn't too worried about first up. I figured it was between me and Munalishi, and the way mine's been finishing, I didn't think she could get by me.
Yeah, I was just going to say, knowing you had her on your back, but you were still confident with an eighth mile to go?
Yeah, the only reason I even tapped her a couple times is she started looking at a few things. She still had quite a bit left in the tank. I'd say Scott and Trevor are going to have a fun year with her.
All right, nice job.
Thank you.
All right, Scott, bring you in here. Congratulations on the victory. Just talk about how much better this filly's come back this season.
Yeah, she's just so much more mature. Got an open bridle on her. She can do two fingers with her now. And, you know, Bob did a great job for filling in. I'm thankful, you know, for doing that. And we'll see what happens the rest of the year.
When you were seeing how the trip was going to play out with coming first up, how were you feeling about it?
I wasn't worried because she's trained first up and she sits on the outside. I wasn't worried about that. I was a little worried if he was going to try to get in behind James because I think he would have been maybe too far back.
You'll go to the Gold with her a week from Monday here, and then, you know, initially, what's kind of the schedule looking like for her?
She's more just got Ontario Sire and Simcoe here. That's about it.
Okay. Well, you can have a fun year. Big money here. Congratulations. Good start to it.
Thank you.
All right, there's Scott McEnany. His charge, Green Glider, wins her SBOA Stakes final.